Good morning and greetings from Northumberland. It's a beautiful, bright, frosty morning this morning, and it's the 23rd. I have to keep checking my watch to see what the date is. It's the 23rd of January. It's Saturday, and just a little note about tomorrow. As has been the custom in the last couple of weeks, there will be a reflection, and then our Eucharist will be posted as early as we can. It all depends on how well the filming and the uploading goes, but I always hope to have it up by about 11 o'clock, and if we can get it up earlier, it's a bonus. But there will be the reflection, the Eucharist, and then night prayer, as this time when we've decided to fast from coming together continues. And we're doing that really for safety. We're doing it for our own safety and for the safety of any visitors who come to us. We're trying to make sure that we play our part in making sure that we're dealing with this new and, so we're told, more deadly COVID variant. So at least for another 2 or 3 weeks this will continue, and it may continue a little bit longer, but we'll be discussing this in our churches at the beginning of February. That's the sort of public service announcement. The next thing to say is the prayer list. I want to renew the prayer list at the beginning of next week. It's just over a month old, and there have been many changes during the course of a month, but it's easy to lose track of things. And so could I ask you to send me, preferably by text or by email, or by however you get your copy of the prayers, send me a message saying, could you please add this person to the prayer list? I'll probably get it wrong and you'll have to say, can you do it again? You know, I might forget, I might miss the message, but we hope to establish a new prayer list next week and to have it firmed up during the course of the week. So that's the other public service announcement. Today's got one of the shortest Gospels we ever get in the course of the year. It's not the shortest verse, which of course is Jesus wept, but it's one of the shortest Gospels, and it's from St. Mark chapter 3, and I'm going to read it to you now and read it to you again. This won't take very long. Jesus went home, and such a crowd collected that they could not even have a meal. When his relatives heard of this, they set out to take charge of him, convinced he was out of his mind. This is at the end of that sudden spurt of healing and preaching that we read about in Mark chapter 2 and chapter 3, and then the choosing of the disciples. You can see that there we have people who genuinely thought, we believe, were concerned for Jesus, thinking he's a bit barmy in what he's doing. And I thought, well, this is a really strange thing. Firstly, it's strange that they think it in a way, but it's also strange that the gospel writer chooses to put it in. The gospel writers edited. They put in things that they thought would help us, and they took out or missed out things that they thought wouldn't give us any help. But Mark chooses to leave this in. And it reminded me of a phrase, a saying of St. Anthony. We talked about St. Anthony the Great, St. Anthony of Egypt, you know, the one with the hood, earlier in the week. And this is something he said. Excuse me, I'll just take my glasses off to read it. A time is coming when men will go mad. They will see someone who is not mad and attack him, saying, you are mad because you are not like us. That's a really powerful passage, I think, and it's an important thing for Christians to remember. It's nice to be liked, but the truth is, when we are Christians, there will be things that we believe, that we hold true, that will not make us popular. Because we will sometimes be holding up, as it were, a mirror, a glass, so that the world can look at itself. We will be having to say, this is not the right way. Pope Francis spoke yesterday of the need to work towards a world where there is no need for nuclear deterrence. We need to work towards a world where there is no need for poverty. We need to work towards a world where people do not go to bed hungry, and a world where medicines and opportunities are shared out. And sometimes this will be a challenge to the policies and the practices of one particular country or of a group of countries. We need to work towards a world where every life is valued. And sometimes when we hold to these things, people will think we're mad. But that's all that's happened to Jesus. And if we are his disciples, and if we hold to his truth, then sometimes we will share what he had. People will turn to us and think this is mad. That Christians are bizarre in their desire to stick with Christ's message of love, forgiveness, peace, healing, justice, and the value of every person. But we must do so, because that is what Jesus did. May God bless us today.